Anti-racism is very much an act of solidarity to try and address the inequalities that we've had for many years across our curriculum and the kind of lack of representation, and also addressing stereotypes and tackling any bias, and that of course starts within us as educators first.
It's how we build an anti-racist society. I think it's about making sure pupils and teachers and all staff are confident in celebrating diversity, at challenging any false narratives, and also making sure that we have an understanding of our own history and the links between colonialism and racism. The current workforce has 1.8% of minority ethnic background, which is nowhere near what the society represents. So I think it really is everybody's responsibility to make sure that we are challenging that we're looking into why that's the case. And although it is increasing, I think the underrepresentation takes place at all levels. It's people going into to study teaching, it's those who are able to get a full-time job after probation, and through management positions as well.
I have been supported by my work colleagues and allies, and that's been a good thing. But then I feel like more could be done by the government to ensure that number increases, and that it's like a targeted support to ensure that a representation is seen throughout Scotland.
So we really need to try and understand the challenges and the barriers that minority ethnic teachers face. Now part of that again is that aspect of building racial literacy amongst our colleagues, to understand the prejudice and the racism often experienced by our minority ethnic teachers and the lack of support they feel they therefore have because there aren't other people with the same lived experience that they can share their concerns with. And as a result of that, we are losing teachers throughout different stages of their career, and that's not going to help us then to build that representation or that anti-racist whole school approach that we're looking for. It's been recognised that the lack of a diverse workforce is a challenge for the existing staff members, the recruitment of new diverse students that we want to come into teaching, but also to support our diverse communities. So the EIS has been an instrumental partner in the Race Equality Programme on behalf of Scottish Government as well, leading a lot of the conversations. As part of that work, EIS have conducted research around the approaches that local authorities are taking with regards to recruiting a more diverse workforce, and that's work that is continuing.
North Lanarkshire councillors passed a motion to look into how they could decolonise the curriculum and promote an anti-racist agenda. So education was a big part of that as well, and that kind of gave us the platform to look into how we could further that, and I've been able to use the resources and the professional learning offered by the EIS to try and implement that in the local authority. In a very fortunate situation where my head teacher has been very supportive and very encouraging of us trying out new things and thinking outside the box and dedicating funding to build better resources that are more representative of our pupils. So that's really vital, I think, to really build a team that is behind this ethos. Schools and society is becoming more diverse, so we need to make sure that's reflected in the education system. I think we need to be comfortable reflecting on our own white fragility and make sure we know that it's the responsibility of us all to challenge this. It shouldn't be left up to a minority